Good morning, students. This is Nutan Sinha, science teacher, going to explain chapter 2 Microorganisms, Friends or Foes of Science. Watch this video very carefully. Children, we see a large number of plants and animals around us. Besides this, there are a large number of small organisms which cannot be seen with our naked eyes. However, we can see it, we can observe it with the help of microscope. These living organisms that are invisible to the naked eye but are visible under the microscope are called microorganisms, and the study of microorganisms are known as microbiology. Microorganisms include viruses, bacteria, yeast, protozoans, and algae. In your book, there are given some figures. You can see the figures. This is bacteria, figure of bacteria. This is the figure of paramecium. This is figure of euglena. This is the figure of amoeba, and this is Spirogyra. These are the microorganisms. Some microorganisms are very useful for us, but some are harmful. Microorganisms, we can say it friends, but harmful microorganisms, we can say foes. Discovery of microorganisms was possible due to the invention of the microscope. Anton Leeuwenhoek was the first person to establish the existence of bacteria. Means, first of all, Anton van Leeuwenhoek observed living beings, that is bacteria. Now, with the help of first of all, Leeuwenhoek observed the bacteria. Now, with the help of modern microscopes and other new techniques, we have come to know a lot more about microorganisms. You can see the types of bacteria. Microorganisms are the oldest forms of life on earth. Certain varieties of microorganisms have existed for millions of years. They affect us in many ways. On the basis of their cell structure, microorganisms can be divided into 4 groups. These are bacteria, fungi, protozoans, and algae. One topic is here, children. Viruses are unique. Viruses are unique. Why it is called? Viruses are unique because they can exhibit the characteristic of both living and non-living. Suppose if viruses are outside the living body, then it acts like non-living. But when it enters inside the living organism, then it acts like living. Means it starts multiplication, it starts reproduction, it starts life cycle, but in the cells, in the machinery of living beings. Therefore viruses are regarded as borderline between living and non-living entities. You can see virus, it has also different shapes of viruses. See the figure. This looks like corona. No. See the figure. This is coronavirus. Where do microorganisms live? Microorganisms are found in almost all kinds of environment, whether it is very very hot or very cold. Means in ice cold water, in hot springs, in dry marshy or saline areas. Some of them need oxygen for their growth, while others do not. Some has required oxygen, but some not. They are found in soil, ocean floor, high in atmosphere and deep inside rocks within the earth's crust. Microorganisms are found everywhere. Microorganisms are found in human body and in the bodies of other plants and animals. Our mouth, throat, nose and the alimentary canal are all inhabited by a large number of microorganisms. Thus, microorganisms are found everywhere. Role of microorganisms in our life. Microorganisms play an important role in our lives as well as in the overall environment. They help in the decomposition process and in maintaining the biogeochemical cycles. Do you know what do you mean by biogeochemical cycle? The cyclic movement in from biotic to abiotic. Bio means Bio means living beings, geo means earth, and chemical means and cycle. Movement of chemicals from living beings to non-living beings and vice versa. They are useful and beneficial for mankind in many ways. However, some of them are harmful as they spoil our food and cause diseases. So microorganisms has a great role in our life. First of all, it decomposes. Decomposition process is very essential, and it decomposes rotten material and helps in maintaining biogeochemical cycle. So microbial, next topic is microbial population in the human body. Under normal conditions, our bodies house a large population of microorganisms. They are, however, kept in balance and are usually harmless. These microorganisms are important for our body. They form an essential system that helps our body. See this picture. This is the picture of human being. See how the forehead here 10,000 to 1 lakh bacteria per centimeter found here. In the hands, the scalp, the armpit, the saliva, the nose, everywhere, each part of the body contains bacteria, but it is some are harmless. So some are harmless, but some are harmful. So microorganisms as our friends. See how microorganisms are our friends. Number 1, usage in food. Curd and cheese formation. Lactobacillus is a bacterium that helps in the formation of curd. At favorable temperature, it multiplies in milk and converts it into curd. Some bacteria and fungi are also involved in the making of cheese. Yes, children, you must have seen your mother. आपने अपने घर में अपनी माँ को देखा होगा कि किस तरह वो दूध से दही को बनाती हैं. सर्टेन टेम्परेचर पर पहले वो उंगली डालकर दूध में देखती हैं कि ये ज़्यादा गर्म तो नहीं है, क्योंकि अगर बहुत गर्म दूध है या बहुत ठंडा दूध है तो उसमें दही नहीं बनेगा. एक उसका टेम्परेचर होता है, फिक्स टेम्परेचर अबाउट 30 to 40 डिग्री सेल्सियस. उसी पर लैक्टोबैसिलस मल्टीप्लाई करता है और फिर दूध से दही बनता है. सो लैक्टोबैसिलस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बैक्टीरिया विच हेल्प्स इन द formation of curd. Next is fermentation process in bakery. Fungi like yeast reproduce rapidly and produce carbon dioxide. This gas, when trapped in duff or batter used for idlis, dosas, causes it to increase in volume and makes it fluffy and soft. This is known as fermentation. So in fermentation process in bakery, yeast is used which makes it soft, fluffy. Next is alcoholic beverages. Many microorganisms are used in the manufacture of alcohol, wine and acetic acid. Fungi like yeast convert natural sugars present in cereals and fruits into alcohol. This alcohol is then used to make alcoholic beverages. Acetic acid, commonly known as vinegar, is also produced by a similar processes. So, bacteria or microorganisms, fungi used helpful in the manufacturing of alcoholic beverages. One activity is given here. You can see it. Take 5 beaker. See, you have to take 5 beaker and label it A, B, C, D and E. You may label them with a marker pen. Put 200 milliliter of milk in each. हर एक बीकर में आप क्या डालेंगे? 200 मिलीलीटर मिल्क. Now heat the milk in the first 4 beakers to the temperature mentioned in the table given below. Here 40 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Celsius and 5 to 8 degrees Celsius is kept in the refrigerator. What will you observe? You will observe that, see, and leave it for pour some. See here, you may wrap each beaker in a thick towel to help maintain their respective temperature. Put the fifth beaker in the refrigerator again after mixing a teaspoonful of curd in it. Means what you have to do? You have to take 5 beaker, keep 200 ml milk in each, heat at the temperature that is given in this 40 degrees, 50 degrees, 60 degrees, 100 degrees, 5 to 8 degrees Celsius. Means you have to keep in refrigerator in beaker E, and then first of all you have to pour 1 teaspoonful curd, mix in all beaker, then leave the beakers undisturbed for 3 to 4 hours. Now you have to observe and write your observation. What will you observe? You will observe that at the temperature 40 degrees Celsius, curd is formed, but at 50 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees, 100 degrees and minus 5 to 8 degrees Celsius, curd is not formed. Then milk tastes sweetish because of the presence of a sugar called lactose. Okay, so lactobacillus converts lactose of the milk into lactic acid in curd. That's why curd tastes sour, because lactic acid is found. The longer you leave curd at room temperature, the more sour it tastes. This is because of increased growth of bacteria and the resulting production of more lactic acid. Is it clear? You can do it at home.